Okay, good. All right, grounding. Grounding is so important. Okay, who's really, just understanding what grounding is all about really helps us. And what grounding is it's like the roots of the tree. And we want our roots in the tree deep, deep, deep. And when we have the roots of our tree deep into the core of the earth or deep down, then if our body were this big, beautiful tree, the deeper or more profound our root system is, the better off we'll be, the stronger we will be. We won't get blown over in the storms, things which in life would be like things that easily roll off our back. We just like let them come and go and they're no big deal, right? But when we're not grounded, we're really affected by our external world. So it's like trying to be more grounded. It really helps us to be not affected by that external world. And it's not that we're not affected, but we're not a victim of the external world. That's really what it is. It's when we, get better at this practice and we become less and less of a victim and more of a, willing, active participant in life. So let's work on grounding. And when we start our grounding technique, it's putting your body like in a position that's really comfortable for you. So if you feel like sitting, sit. If you feel like, sitting on the ground, sit on the ground. Cross your legs, don't cross your legs. Whatever's mostly comfortable for you. So we'll start there. That's it. And then just knowing that it's okay halfway through the practice if you change and move. It's oftentimes we think, oh my gosh, if I move or shift or change, that will pull me out of the energy that I'm in. And it's simply not true. It might actually be better if you listen to yourself and learn how to, do the things that you feel like are really important for you to do. So let's just breathe. And we're going to close those eyes, lightly close those eyes. And when we close those eyes, we start to go more inward. We're turning off those windows to the external world, and it really helps us to go inward. Then we're going to lightly close our eyes and start to breathe. Breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. Breathing again in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can even add that audible sigh on the exhale. It's just a sign, a signal to our physical body. It's a sign to us. It's like, oh, it's time to relax. It's time to release. It's time to let go. So we breathe in. And one more time, breathing in. That's it. Now just let the inhale and the exhale happen naturally. And then since it's been a few days, let's go ahead and do that alternate nostril breathing. Let's do a few rounds of that where you plug off one side. You can use your right thumb to plug off your right nostril and you breathe in the left. And then plug off the left nostril, breathe out the right. And then breathe back in the right. Then plug off the right nostril, breathe down the left. And back up the left. So just think of it as a mountain going down one side of the mountain, going back upside that mountain, and then switching sides, going down the other side, going back up. You can continue if you want, but the reason why we're doing this is it helps to balance our left and right brain with our left and right body. And that's really the idea where we start to get into, getting in touch with our sixth sense. So then when you're finished, just let your hands fall in your lap naturally. And just breathe. Then we're going to clean the energy out of our throat chakra. The throat chakra responsible for our communication. And oftentimes we find ourselves communicating. Maybe we over communicate, we overshare, we spend our time listening to things that maybe we would rather not listen to, or we speak, we gossip, all that stuff. All that stuff, anything that's communication, it's what we spend our time listening to and what, and sort of speaking to. So all of that energy is in your throat. So we're going to take our chin to our chest. Exhale all your air out. And then inhale. And just take your head all the way back. And then exhale, chin to the chest. Super easy. Inhale. So it's like this idea that you have a mouth on the front of your throat and a mouth on the back of your throat. So we're just letting the energy go through, inside, like go to the front of us on the inhale, and then exhale it out the back. Think of it as your exhaust system in your car. And every once in a while, you need to clean out the exhaust system. So just keep going. Inhale. You can either open your eyes or close your eyes. Then exhale, the chin to the chest. And just go slow. The slower that we go, it helps us to be in touch with our internal world. What is your body saying? What is your mind saying? Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And then just go back to neutral. You can close those eyes again. And just notice how you're feeling. Some of us need to clear the energy in our hands. So we're going to take our hands together. Rub your hands together. You can clap them, shake them, do whatever you need to do. But let's check that energy in your hands. Now bring your hands together, right? When you start to do that energetic ball, as if you're holding this ball out in front of you. And then just notice When do you start to feel the pushback? When do you feel like you're pushing into a pillow? When do you start to feel the pins and needles or the electricity in your hands? Just notice where that starts to happen. So the idea here is to start to get the energy to flow through you. And this is as if your roots are connected to the core of the earth. So this helps us to see how grounded we are. This really helps us practice. Ooh, okay. So keep going. Keep going with your own energy. And if you feel like you don't have any energy or you get your hands all the way together, that's okay, because we'll check it at the end so you can see what the difference is, what the change is. This practice also just shows us like where our energy is, where our energy field is. Are we exhausted right now? Are we not exhausted? Are we exhilarated? Just noticing what happens. Okay, that's it. All right, so if you all feel your energy, good, just take those hands. You can place them palms down on your thighs or palms up. Down is surrender, up is receiving. So you can do one up, one down, you decide. When you close your eyes again, doing an internal scan of your body, just notice where you're at. How do you feel? Checking in with the body. All right, now we're ready. Okay. And so the first step, we're just going to imagine we're standing on the earth. Just notice, where do you go first? If you could stand anywhere in the world, where would you stand right now? Where would you decide to plant your feet? A favorite vacation spot, your childhood home? Maybe it's out your front yard. Our first instincts are best, so we trust our instincts in this practice. Just trust your instincts. Trust what you notice. Trust what you feel. Then we're going to turn your physical body and face the sun. Let the sun shine on your face. Let it shine on your heart. Let it shine on your belly. Just breathe. We're just going to allow ourselves to change and morph our body into a beautiful tree. We've done this practice enough to notice and recognize when that changes. Maybe our tree changes. Maybe the state of our tree changes. Just notice any differences. Then we're going to focus our energy on our root system, the roots of our tree. And so on the physical body, the roots of your tree are either the bottom of your feet or the base of your torso. So if your feet are on the ground, focus on your feet. If you're sitting on the ground, focus on the base of your torso. And then we're going to start to introduce that breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose. And we're going to send that breath down the body, all the way down the body. And into our root system. And the roots, as they go into the earth, our roots, if we only let them go and stay into the surface of the earth, then we're only able to handle the surface stuff in our lives. And something inside, something deep within us that knows that there's more. There's more for us to know, that there's more to us than just the surface stuff. And so we breathe in from the atmosphere, we take that breath down the body into our roots, and our roots reach the next layer of the earth. And the next layer of the earth is the bedrock. And this layer teaches us about our strength, our courage. It teaches us about our fortitude, our never give up attitude. And so we just breathe, we just allow our roots to grow through the bedrock. There's no pushing, there's no forcing. It just naturally happens. And so on the physical body, we want to notice if we're clenching anywhere, clenching our jaw, holding energy in our shoulders. We just let everything start to fall away. And we start to let go. And when we let go and we let nature take its course, all of our roots just naturally start to go down. And just notice if there's any roots stuck. Are you finding any of your roots stuck in the bedrock? And oftentimes, when our roots get stuck, it's just because we need to learn a lesson or there's something there for us. And so we can label those roots that get stuck. We can ask them, what is the root of this issue? And why am I stuck here? Why do I keep repeating the same thing? Just notice all of your roots, all the stories. We can get hung up in the past. We can get hung up on traumas. We can get hung up on things. And it's exhausting. It's like as if our tree isn't able to grow because it doesn't have all of its roots together. So we shake it off. We let all of our roots go deep into the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then we reach the next layer of the earth. And the next layer of the earth is the oil. And the oil represents those messy, sludgy, dark parts of our lives. The oil is slick. The oil sticks to us. But just as oil as a commodity, oil holds this value to us. And this value is in the lessons that you're here to learn. So we're grateful for our roots reaching the oil. We just allow them to grow through as we take on one lesson at a time. And as we do, that root of that lesson goes down to the core of the earth. And it really starts to anchor your tree in purpose and mission. It starts to anchor the true essence of who you are. So you breathe in, and you just allow the roots to go deep into the earth, through the bedrock, through the oil, until you reach the core of the earth. And the core of the earth represents the core essence of you, of who you are, of your true nature, who you were born to be. So we just let all of our roots attach to the core of the earth, and we get to decide. We can stay stuck in the past, we can stay stuck in our lessons, or you can just allow nature to take its course. Allow nature to send all of our roots down to the core of the earth. And then once your roots reach the core of the earth, just imagine that they're wrapping around. Do this visualization as if you're anchoring all of your roots to the core of the earth. Once your roots reach the core of the earth and they wrap around, now we're tapping into all that creativity. We're tapping into Mother Earth. We're tapping into this divine feminine energy that's creative. That's what we use to create. So whether we're talking about creating a future for whatever it is that we're wanting, creating a program, creating a job, any of this stuff, it's all the same energy. It's this raw energy that exists at the core of the earth. So we send our roots down there so we can really start to get those roots attached. And then we're going to breathe up from that. We're going to breathe up from the core of the earth. And we're going to allow that energy to come into our root system, allow it to come all the way through our tree and send that energy out. Your branches, your flowers, your leaves, your fruit, just send that energy out into the universe. The first energy that we're sending out is just this energy of connection. We're allowing this female energy, this feminine energy to flow through us, out into the universe. And once it goes out into the universe, we breathe back in from the universe through us, and then send that breath down through the body, down to the core of the earth. We're creating this 2-lane highway. We're creating this energy to flow naturally through us. It's like an electrical cord that has the 3 wires. One's male, one's female, one's grounding. We need both, the male and the female, and we also need to be grounded. So just take a moment to just allow your breath and follow it in all the way up, all the way down, just however you breathe. The transition can happen in the heart. You can inhale up to the heart, exhale all the way up, inhale down to the heart, exhale all the way down. Just allow it to be whatever you're wanting it to be, whatever comes naturally for you, because this is about you. It's about you doing the practice. You receive messages, you have visions, you already see what's happening. So just be in touch with that. Don't try and fight it. Just allow it to be what it is. We're all gonna enjoy that statement, you do you. You do you. All right. Now that we've got both energies running through us, I want you all to put yourself into that highest realm that you can perceive. So if it feels like you're floating up, then do that. Just put yourself in that highest realm that you can perceive. And start to look around at your surroundings. Notice where you are. Whether you perceive dimensions, realities, or places here on earth. the clouds, the sun, the universe, another planet. Just notice where you are. Notice your surroundings. I'm just going to give you a minute to be there. And if you're just joining in on this practice today, we're just breathing, relaxing the body, allowing that energy to flow all the way through you, all the way up, all the way down. And then you just allow yourself to put yourself in that highest realm that you can imagine, that highest place. What does high even mean to you? Furthest. What we're doing is we're creating the capacity within us to reach places that we never knew we could reach. And so this takes effort, it takes intention, it takes practice. Just allow it to be. Feel yourself expand in this place. And as you expand in this place, just notice what you feel. What are you seeing? Are you feeling expansive? Are you feeling restricted? Are you feeling new abilities? Just keep allowing yourself to go further, to reach even more. And at every moment we check in, we start to pay attention. What are we seeing? What are we noticing? Keep breathing. Keep allowing yourself to go further and further. And the whole point of this practice is to try something new. The whole point of this practice is to show you what you're capable of, to show you what's inside you. And then we just give ourselves space. What do we see? Is it a place where we feel like asking questions? Is it a place where we can sit and get clarity? Is it a place that just feels so good we want to stay? And so I'm going to give you a moment to ask your questions, to just experience, to look around, to ask where you are. The whole time, we just remember to keep breathing. We know there are things, places, and times where we find ourselves wondering the purpose of your life. What does all this mean? What am I really here to do? What am I here to experience? And then there's other times where we just want to stabilize. We just want to rest with what we know to be true. We want to just stay where we're at. No matter where we choose to be, no matter where we choose to put our energy, just knowing that it's perfect, whatever we decide. And sometimes in our lives, we realize that we have to complete a mission before we move on to the next. Or we have tasks that we need to complete before we move on to the next. And this is very much how my life is. And so we just complete our task. And sometimes our task lasts for longer than we expect. And sometimes it's fast. We just allow it to be what it is. What is your current duty, your current dharma. And so we live our lives every day doing our best, making our best efforts in life, and so it's a good practice to know how life works through you. Are you a multitasker? Do you get one task at a time? It's good for us to know. Then we can ask questions like, what is the purpose of this task that I'm on right now? What's the meaning of this? What lessons am I meant to learn about this task? And then we start to notice, how does this freedom feel? Does it feel comfortable to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do? To allow meditation, allow this ponderance to be whatever you want it to be. Is that comfortable? Or do you like more structure? So let's give the rest of our time some structure. So just go back into your breath, tuning into your breath, breathe in all the way in and all the way out. Going back to that highest place or point that you can perceive. Just breathing there. And I think deep down inside all of us, we have a dream. We have a true desire or a wish. And some of us know it, what it is, and sometimes it's buried deep within us. We don't know how to access it. We're not sure how to access it. And so from that place, that space that you've created within you, a place of pondering all the universe's mysteries, and pondering things that are closer to home for you, things that are within your heart. Where we learn how to trust our instincts, we learn how to listen to that internal voice. And if we know our dream, if we know what it is that we truly want, and then from here we can say we're ready. And if we're not sure, and some of us know our dreams, and then the divine sort of comes in and helps support those dreams. And others ask, what is it that I'm here to do? And then we receive those dreams. We receive messages back. So depending on which way you do it, you either ask the question or you state your dream. But put it out there, your big, giant dream. We don't have to know why this dream is what it is. We don't have to know why we hear the messages we hear. We just do. So once we say our dream, once we state what it is that we're wanting, once we put ourselves in a space of receiving, whichever way it's happening for you, then the next step is to just ask, what is your next step? What is your next step. Where do you go from here? And give yourself time to hear. Give yourself time to listen. And sometimes we're meant to take action right away. Sometimes other things need to happen behind the scenes before we can take the action we're ready to take. But there's this inherent nature within us that knows it's going to happen, it has happened, it's already happening. We're just in 3 different stages at all time. We're on the right track. The timing is now, or we need to wait a little bit. So just keep enjoying this space, enjoying the questions. Enjoying this connection that you're creating. Trusting in what you see, trusting in what you know. Trusting in what you're experiencing. And then we start to find this level of gratitude within us. Where we can thank the universe for the messages. We can thank that cosmic energy for the messages. I just want to thank the universe. Feel that gratitude within you for being alive in today's world, for knowing that you are part of this massive change that's coming, that's happening, that you get to be a steward of this change. You get to be part of the change. Just breathe. And feel that gratitude in your heart. Inhaling all the way in. Exhaling all the way out. Going into that breath, connecting back with your tree, breathing with that tree, breathing in and out, breathing up, and then breathing back out, breathing up, and then down. And then when you're ready, you can just bring yourself back into your body, back into your space. And when you do that, let's go back into that, checking the energy of your hands. And checking this space again between your hands, this energy, and just noticing what's different about it now. Is it the same? Has it gotten bigger? And sometimes you need to rub your hands together just to clear any energy, shake them out, clap them together, and then go back into that space. That's it. Just notice what's different, if anything's different. Yay! It's very good. All right. Well, thank you for joining in class today. Thank you so much for being a part. Yay! Oh, love powerful ones. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. I love when we get those, it's like, gosh, it's so powerful. It's like we get a little nod, from the universe saying like, good job, you're doing it. Now let me pour into you what it is, and we just have to create the time, the space. We have to create the place for this energy to come, and you're doing it. You're doing it. So yay, I'm so happy for you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Sorry we went, a little over, but it was too good to stop. So have an amazing rest of your day, and hopefully we see you again for a little sound healing, more meditation, and just knowing that, you're on the right track, that your soul and your body will keep wanting you to come and do this, because there will always be things out there for you to know. So good job, and I will see you next time. Bye. Love you. Have a great day. Yay. Yay. Good. Very good. Okay. See you next time. Bye.